Welcome back. I hope you had a great weekend and that you're having a good morning so far. We're actually going to just do the first part of the 5.2 review lesson. So that's just this one page. And then we're going to actually take care of the rest of it on Thursdays. So tonight's homework assignment, you're only going to do questions number 1 and 2, and then that's it. So let's get started. We're going to pull all of this together. So it says that Linda earned 75% on her math quiz. If there were 60 points total on the quiz, how many points did Linda earn? So what we're looking for, and we're going to let our variable equal, is x equals points earned. And totally okay to abbreviate it. If you want to, you can abbreviate the word points as PTS. For our word ratio, we're looking at points earned to the total points. So remember that our part to whole, the earned is the part and the whole is the total. So looking back at the question, and notice we're already reading it for a second time, so totally normal to have to reread it many times. It says there were 60 points total on the quiz, so the 60 is going to go on the bottom. Points earned is going to be the x. And then we have the percent, remembering that percent is a part over 100. We've got 75 over 100. And now we're going to go ahead and cross multiply using our calculator. So we've got 100 times x equals 60 times 75. When you multiply that into your calculator, you will get 4,500. But the thing is, we need to get x all by itself, so we have one more step of dividing by 100, and we will get 45. So what that means is that Linda earned 45 points on her quiz. I don't think I've ever taken a quiz with that many points before. So we want to make sure we wrap it up by putting it in a complete sentence at the end so the reader knows what's going on. Okay, looking at number 2, it tells us the original selling price of a shirt is $70. So that word original there is really important because that's telling us that that's our whole and it's connected with our 70. Then it tells us we have 20% off, so that tells us the 20%, and we want to know the amount of discount. And so the amount of discount is going to be the part. So remember that amount there is going to be dollars. So if it helps you to put that X is the amount of discount and then in dollars, you can do that. So you remember that your answer should have a dollar sign with it. So for our word ratio, we're looking at the amount of discount to the original price. And when we decide to put this into a proportion, we can go back and reread how we marked up our text. So the original was our whole, and that's our 70, so that's going to go on the bottom. Our 20%, and the thing is, we're going to want to put the 20 on top of the 70, but because it's percent, that means automatically that this is going to be 20 over 100. If it's helpful for you to do so in the word problem, you can go ahead and actually put 20 over 100 right there so that you remember to do that in your proportion. And then the space that we're missing is the amount of discount. And again, we're going to start cross multiplying. So we multiply our 100 times x and our 70 times 20. Remember that the order there does not matter. You can do it in either direction. And we will divide both sides by 100. And so we're going to get x equals 14. So we can either say the amount of discount or the discount is. And then dollar sign comes in front, and then we're going to put 14 in a period. So if you're feeling brave and you think you're feeling ready, you can go ahead and hit pause. I'm going to give you a second to go ahead and do that and try and see if you can set up number 3. And then you can hit play again and we can walk through it. Okay, let's see how you did. It says at the Museum of Photographic Arts, 42 of the visitors are students. So we have 42 and then students. Then it tells us that there's 70 visitors at the museum. So this here is going to be the whole, and the part is going to be the students. So we want to know what percent are students. So we're going to go ahead and let x equal the percent of students. So we're looking at students to total visitors. And if the word total helps you to remember to put it on the bottom, you can. Okay, and then we're going to look at this. And so if we reread it, it says 42 are students. So we are going to make sure that that lines up with the students. 70 is the total number of visitors. And then we have two blanks here, and we're only looking for one thing. And remember that the definition of percent is the part over 100. So we keep kind of going back to that. So this time when we multiply, we're going to have a different value with the x. So we have 70 times x, and then equals 42 times 100. So we've got 70x equals 4,200. We're going to divide by 70, and then we will have x equals 60. So that means that 60% of the visitors are students. And that should wrap it up. So if you have any questions, we are going to be doing a Google Hangout that the link will be found in Google Classroom at 3 o'clock. So if you have questions as you're either working on the two questions from the homework or you just want to check in and talk, we'll be there. If you have questions about the lesson, we'll be there too. But we hope you have a great day. Thanks.